Servus and welcome. I'm Vera at Spilled Coffee Crafts, and I thought I'd bring you along today with a kind of new series. We will see how this is going, but I recently had a clean out, decluttering, whatever in my studio. More or less it was more organizing and putting things away. And I found a few journals that I started and never finished for several reasons. And this is one of it. And I think I bring you along and we finish it together. What do you think? Yes. So this one is a kind of lab book or folio, however you will call it. And it is definitely a writing journal because the the cover is from a board journal. So, and it has this magnetic closure here, and this cannot become a very thick journal because then it will not close. Of course, you can always fold this side in and have it like this, but then you would need an additional closure or whatever. For the magnetic closure to work, this is how thick this can be, and also how I designed until now the inside. It's for a writing journal. So as already said, this is a board cover that from a notebook I had and used for a long time. The company is Paper Blanks. So, and it says Edgar Allan Poe here and also here on the back, and it's a beautiful cover. And I essentially did nothing to the cover because it's so beautiful. I love the color, I love the gold, and it is already worn, and these are real wear and tear marks. So it's not that I put the sanding block to it or anything. This is just because of use, when this was still the original journal. But then when it was done, I couldn't throw the cover away because it is so beautiful. And I created another journal for it. So this is the inside, and I give you a flip through and description of what I already made, and point out the issues that this has, or where there is still something I need to do to this, and so I can call it finished. So that's the inside. I may put something over this text here. Can you see the complete journal? I think I need to zoom you out, right? Yeah, I think it's better this way. So I zoomed you out a little bit. Yeah, so let me show what I already did. So we have just a leather strip here to hold this in place, and I glued on here, let me show you. This is our book pages, like glued like a masterboard, and then over it I think I glued some tea bags. Yeah, and the inside is covered. You can also only see it here, is covered with coffee dyed paper, I think. Yeah, it's already quite some time that I made this journal, so I might not remember every tiny detail. And then also I mounted this page, because this is quite sturdy, in here with some rivets, or is it called rivets? I always forget the word for these ones. Yeah, so then we have here a flap to hold something in place, or to have a hidden writing spot here. And the paper here is only packaging paper, so the kind that you would get in an Amazon package or other packages, so to fill the space. So, and this is an accordion insert, so it's glued on here. This side has a pocket, so quite a big one. You can put something in here. Then, yeah, there is already some decoration, and this had some kind of a mystical magic vibe to it, because purple and gold always tells mystery to me. So that's my association with it. And I might glue something over this text, because I don't like what I did here with these additions here. And then also with the word occult here, it's of course very specific, and not everyone would like this, so I will glue over this, so we have the whole page decorated, and also it is not as specific for what you can use it. And maybe you are not a fan of the word occult, just so. And this is for now just a simple accordion style writing space with quite a few pages. This is only folded in. Maybe I will glue this in. We will see what we do together, right? So quite a few pages. And when you get rid of this, they can lay flat to write on it. So, but what I will also do is to glue a piece of writing paper to all of these pages. So, because I found with this packaging paper, if you write on it with something like ink, so not pencil and not a very dry ball pen, then it will bleed through. And I don't want this, so I will glue a writing page on all of these sides. So this can be a really nice and also functional writing space, right? And of course, for whatever reason, I just inked the first page, and the others are not inked yet. One side of the folds is reinforced, the other not, but I think it should be okay with only one side decorated and reinforced. So inking needs to be done here, and we need to glue the writing pages on here. So that's what open on this side. Then here I just have a belly band. You can something tuck behind it. And I also have this additional writing space, which is also an accordion style notebook with the same papers I used here. When I remember correctly, this was the offcut here. So, and again, many pages that we need to add writing paper to, and ink, of course. So this is completely uninked. We have this here as kind of a closure with the same decoration, so it ties in nicely here, and it can live under this belly band. So that's the idea behind this one. So this needs to be finished as a working writing insert also. And here on the back side we have I have no idea how to call this. This is these are pockets, so it's like a register. Is it a red? I don't know how this is called. This is made from envelopes that are glued together, and of course so you can tuck something in. And because this is the same material I used here, and they are also undecorated and not even inked, and I have not a general problem that I didn't decorate them. that's fine for me. I like to seeing that these are used envelopes. So these are junk mail envelopes. There is no kind of address or anything on it. I just need to somehow apply some ink to them. They look way too pristine, even for junk mail envelopes. And then, because this is a writing journal, right? how often can I say the word writing journal? I also made these cards. They are also writing cards. They are just masterboards cut down, and this is a backside from a book that I need to decorate. Yeah, and the idea behind this was that in each of these pockets, of course you can put in whatever you want, but these cards can, in each of these pockets, one of these cards can live. And they are writing cards, writing spots. Yeah, so I can see this as a recipe book, a writing journal for whatever, a daily journal, whatever, something where most of the part is written. You can glue in things. There is a little room to grow. And yeah, we need to finish these cards. What I want to do, want to make with these is they should have, these are 7 cards, and they should have tabs on them. So because I like the look, and then it will be easier to pull them, I think, and it will look nicer. Yeah, this is what's missing here. So finish the cards to put in here. So we need to ink them up, we need to make the tabs, we need to decorate this one. The others are more or less fine. I will of course ink them and round corners and everything, whatever needs to be done to a writing card, to a journaling card. So we need to finish these 2 writing inserts, and that's mainly it what we need to do. So I think this is the point where I stopped, because these are now the boring things. So all the construction is done and everything. Yeah, that's what needs to be done. Here we go. I think I will start with this little booklet, and so we can put this away for the moment, or for now. It will take longer than a moment, I think. Still. Okay, and I will show you on one page how I will glue the paper on, and then I will do the rest of them off camera, because there are quite a few pages and it will all be the same. So, and I think you have better things to do than watch me doing the same thing over and over. And I will, after that, come back to you once I do something different. But for now, so my idea was, I pulled out these notepad papers. Yeah, and I think, and I already cut them down. I had to cut them down a little smidge. You will not be able to see this. So here is the edge of the paper, and these papers had exactly the same height, width, however you want to see it, as this booklet. And I want to have a small, at least a small border of the original paper there. So I had to cut them down on these sides just a smidge. I think it was 3 millimeters or something like this. So, and I will, yeah, I'm just doing it, and then you can see what I'm doing. And this is how I add the writing paper to this. I will do this on this side and on all the pages here. And once this is done, I'll be back. Phew, this took a minute or three, but it's done now. And it's the next day, because after I finished this yesterday, I put this under a pile of books, so to flatten it out and to give it a nice finish, and I love it. It's looking good. We still need to grunge it up a little bit, so the paper is, of course, quite, it has a tinge to it, but it looks of course quite nice and pristine, and I think it can take some grunge. So this is one thing we need to do. And then also, these are the cards here. This will go here. So, and we need to do a similar thing now, of course, to this accordion style insert. Yeah, we also need some paper here. And taking the information from this one, yeah, I think it's the best thing to have paper on all the pages, because I also thought we could only have paper on one side and the other could stay in this brown color. But yeah, but what I will do for this one is to glue on different papers. So this is all the same paper all through the whole thing. You just saw it. And with this one, I think I will use different papers. I have this one, this dotted sketch paper. It's also from a notebook. And I have these coffee dyed page. This is it's not wide enough. I have just simple matte paper, also coffee dyed. I have this one with the butterflies, and I have these nice ones. Look at these, there are pandas on them. Cool, right? Yeah, and we can make 2 pages from this. And yeah, this will not be enough. I think I will need more, but this is what I'm doing here. And essentially I'm doing exactly the same as I did with this insert, just using different papers. So I'm not going to film it. It's exactly the same process. So I do it off camera and I come back and show it to you once I have done this one. And then we can move on to a fun part, to grunging up these 2 inserts. Okay, I had a slight change of plan, but only a small thing. Because I was doing, as I said, what I'm doing, I glued pages on here, but similar to this insert. So this is how this is looking now. So we have the writing space here. This is a pocket. But then I didn't glue anything on these pages. This is the smooth side of the paper, and can you see? Oh yeah. And there should be no issue with bleeding through with the additional, because remember, this is an accordion style, so all of the pages have already on the other side a piece of paper, so there should be no issue. And there are two reasons why I did this, or why I don't want to glue on pages on here. The first and main thing is, I love the look. I love this paper. It's the smooth side, so it feels very, very nice. And yeah, covering it all up would be a shame, I think. I love it. Yes, I do. Okay, so, and the second one is that I don't want to get this too thick, because for now this is still closing fine without a problem. But we still need to get the cards, the journal cards, into this storage thingy, however it's called. And still there are a few pockets. We have a pocket here, and we have a pocket here on the inside. So we have, come on, the flap here, and there's also, come on, the pocket here. So you can, or you would want to put things in there, and if it's already completely full without anything tucked in, this wouldn't be a functional journal. So I want to keep the bulk to a minimum. So yeah, I chose not to add to the other side of the pages, which will be fine. We decorate this a little bit in a different way. Okay, so what are we doing? We still need to do something here, add a little bit of grunge at least. We have already with the inking here, but yeah, let's pull out. And yes, that's the archival ink. Everything I'm doing here is with archival inks, just because this journal will not stay in my possession, so I don't know what the future owner will do with it. So I rather err on the wrong side and use archival ink. And I'm just gently rubbing over the pages, so this will not hinder with any writing, but is giving a grungy vibe to these pages. And this ink pad is already quite dry, so you need to be aware that you can't do this to your pages with a very juicy notepad, or you need to be very, very careful. Yeah, now the pages are much nicer tying in with the grunge style here. So that's that. Yeah, I put this at the side for the moment. Okay, these are the cards, And then for these pages here, let me move this a little bit to the center. Okay, I pulled out my, how should I call it, handmade decoration tapes, washi tapes. It's not washi tape because I make them from book pages, and there is a video on my channel how I make this. And I think we could have a few strips of this here on these pages, not on every page, just every now and then. Have a piece of tape also here, and these are only alcohol inks tape. Do I want some, yeah, at least this very white pages. Okay, then I wanted to glue something over here. Let's see what I can find. It would be quite similar to this one. You know what? I think I use this one. I like the color because this one is a more natural color. but this one ties in nicely with the maroon and with the pink we have on the flowers here. I think I use this one. I'm not sure where this is coming from. That's that. So we are finished with this. We are finished with this one. So we have two things to do. Find out how to ink these envelopes, at least a little bit, and crunch them up, and finishing the cards. Oh, there are still papers that I don't need any longer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, there are 7 cards. And I need to count them, but I think there are 9 pockets, so 2 of the pockets would be 2. Add some correspondence or whatever you would want to. Come on. Yes, you can do it. Yes. I'm still thinking maybe I leave this one out. I love the color with the cover, but still I think it's too much. Let's make these ones. But then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I need 7 cards. Still. Okay, want tabs on them. So just to see, is this the direction I want them to go? This is how they should go. Okay, let's be ready to do this, and I don't want to measure anything. I want the tabs 1.5 inch about. So let's see, we have, so I need a pencil. So we have 1.5 inch here, which means, oh, how can I, where do I need to position this? Oh, I can see it like this. That's good. Okay, it's a little bit longer, but that's fine. That's fine. Then I need my cutting mat. Which ruler? Come on. Okay, number 1, and I need, in addition, again around the corner, yeah, number 1 done. Then, oops, where's my, come on. So, this, let's have a look. Yeah, this can now go in like this. Oh yes, I like it. That's cool. Then let's do the last one. Yes, nice. stops. Go. The only thing is now to put some ink here on these envelopes, and then she's done. She's done. Okay, I will film a separate video, a silent flip through, if you want to see her without all the stuff around her. And she will be rehomed, and I thought long about it, but I will put her on my coffee shop, and the price you see there, so head over to my coffee, the link is in the description below. The price you see in there is including shipping, so it will, and it's including shipping worldwide. So no matter where you are, the price you see there is including shipping, which means the journal itself will be quite a low cost, because I need to factor in the shipping. But with all of you, or many of you, being in overseas, I don't think that it would be fair for anyone if I rate the shipping. So yeah, and it's just, I like her, I like the project, I loved working in here, and also now with the finishing touches, I really like it, but I am not a writing journal person. So she would only sit in my shelf and waiting for be used, and I really rarely use writing journals, and mostly I start them and then the first few pages are written in and then they just sit. I'm much more a visual person and a visual journaling type of person. So she will be rehomed. So if you're interested, watch the silent flip through to have a reminder what's all in here and how she is looking, and then head over to my coffee shop and see what the price is. Bye.